This is a sad one, guys. This is a story about how my dog died, but my parents told me she ran away. It happened around this time last year when I came back from college. I went to go play with my dogs, and usually they're both really hyper and they all run up to me and they want me to pet them and play with them. And I noticed that my other chihuahua wasn't there, and I thought it was really weird because she's always hyperactive and it's always jumping on me and wanting me to play with her. And so I'm looking around the backyard and around the house. I'm like, Chewy, where are you? And I'm like, oh shit, she's not here. So I tell my dad, like, Dad, Chewy's gone, because he's the one who usually takes care of them when I'm at school. And my dad was like super shocked. He's like, wait, are you sure? Like, she should be in the backyard. Like, I just saw her. Like, she has to be there. So he's going to look for them, and I'm over here just stressing out because I just finished school, and I'm just like, where's my dog? I feel like shit that she's missing. So the first thing I tried doing was making all these Facebook posts in like our local lost and pets area and just trying to see if anyone caught her by accident and someone has her. And it all goes downhill from there, guys. Part 2 of my sad dog story. So my dad and I decided to go to the animal shelter to see if we can find my dog. And the first brown dog my dad sees, he's like, oh my God, look, it's Chewy. We found her. Look, let's bring her home. And I was like, so suspect. I was like, wait. I was like, Dad, that's not her. Like, what are you talking about? That doesn't even look like Chewy. That's not even a chihuahua. I searched all the kettles that we had. I put her in the book and we left because she wasn't there. At this point, I was kind of losing all the hope because no one responding to any of my posts. And I thought she was gone. So then I started making posters and things like that, and I saw my siblings like talking between each other, and I knew they knew something. So I'm like, yo, tell me what the hell happened. Like, what are you guys hiding from me? And they're like, oh, nothing. Like, we don't know anything. I come to find out she's been missing and just no one told me. So I'm really pissed off at everyone, and I stopped talking to everyone in my house for like the next 3 days, okay? And then my dad got kind of fed up with it, and so one day I was just checking my post to see if anyone found her, and he tells me that she's actually dead. I know. So this is the fun part of how my doggy died. So my dad finally tells me, he's like, I'm so sorry, but she was hit by a car last week and we didn't want to tell you because you were in school and it was your finals and I'm really sorry. And he's crying. Like, I've never seen my dad cry, but my dad's crying. I'm crying. I was an emotional mess. I've never cried like that in my life. Like, I've never experienced death, so this was like the closest thing to it. And then I was in the second stage of grief, and I was just pissed off at everyone because everyone in my house knew besides me. I was staying with my brother for school, and so I wasn't home all the time, and I didn't know. And I was just like, everyone get out of my face. I don't want to see any of you guys. You all betrayed me. I wasn't 10. I wasn't 15. I was 22. Like, you could have told me. I didn't even get to see her when she passed away, and it made me really sad. But that's my doggy, Chewy. R.I.P. Chewy. So this is a story of when I worked at the bank, and I was getting robbed, and I didn't understand I was getting robbed. So this customer came to my window and I asked him to slide his debit card, and he's like, oh, I don't have a debit card. And I was like, okay, just give me your ID or your social and I can pull up your account. And then he proceeds to hand me this paper, and it says, give me $6,000 or I'll go NWA on your ass. So I'm like, what does NWA mean? Because I don't know what the hell. I don't know. So then he looks at me, he's like, you really don't know what it means? And then so he tells me, and I'm just like, oh. And I was like, I'm sorry, sir, but if you don't have an account, I won't be able to give you any money. But I do have a banker available if you want to open up an account. And he's like, no, I don't want to open an account. I just want $6,000. It was a really long day for me, and I was just like, sir, I'm sorry, but go ahead and slide your card, and I'd be able to help you out. And then he's like, listen, take it out of Snoop Dogg's account, take it out of Kanye West's account, take it out of 50 Cent's account, take it out of somebody's account. And I still didn't understand what was going on. I'll tell the rest in part 2. So at this point, I just decided to go get my manager because I'm frustrated. He's frustrated. The customers are frustrated, and I don't know what to do. And so I go get her, and she comes back, and they're bickering back and forth. And he says this: if y'all don't get my $6,000, I'm going to go home, get my shotgun, and come back and shoot both of you. So then that's when it clicked in my head. This fool is crazy. I start pushing every single panic button under my desk, on the phone, on my keychain. And so we go hide in the vault. This guy continues just to stand outside and wait in line for like 10 minutes before the SWAT team comes. 30 people fully armed tackle this guy and take him out of our building. Don't do drugs, kids. So I went to Afghanistan for a wedding a couple years ago, and this is my hair and makeup from the salon. It was actually a really pretty salon considering the location and how bad it is to get there. But they did a really good job considering it was only like, $15 for hair and makeup. The wedding I went to was really, 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 really hot. Like, I was sweating all night, but my makeup did not move. Like, I'll give them that. Like, the makeup didn't move, even though it was my foundation, but everything else was theirs, and my lipstick and my eyelashes. But then, see, this one, that was my makeup because I didn't have time to go to the salon and I just forgot to blend up to my forehead. But my sister's hair and my hair, we got done at the same salon and they did a really good job on hers. Mine was meh, but props to them, it was not as bad as I expected. I know it looks bad, but let me explain. I was only 16. My brother just got engaged. His engagement party was 2 months away. He's like, hey, can you shave my eyebrows for me? I was like, yeah, for sure. I was thinking because he had bushy-ass eyebrows, he wanted me to shave it off and let it grow back in time for his engagement party. And when I actually started doing his eyebrows, I shaved one off and he was like, what did you just do? I was like, I shaved your eyebrow off. Like, you asked me to. No, you dumbass. I meant shave it as in clean it up. And I was like, oh, shit. He was actually really cool about it. And he's like, you gotta do the other one too now. So I proceeded to shave both of his eyebrows off. And then he's like, you know, mom is going to murder you. Like, murder you alive. Like, I can't do anything to help you. And then my mom comes in. To all my fellow Afghans out there, she used every single curse word in the book. She said shit I didn't even know what it meant, okay? I knew she just wanted to murder me with her own 2 hands. He had an interview next week because he just graduated from college. My sister filled in his eyebrows as best as we could, but thankfully, due to our hairy genes, his eyebrows grew back thick and luscious for his engagement party, so... Alright guys, so this is a story of when I couldn't be on the volleyball team my freshman year of high school because I was Muslim and I wouldn't wear no booty shorts. So I thought I was really good and stuff, and the coach really liked me. But then, like, the last 2 days of trials, she asked to talk to me alone, and she's like, I discussed it with the other coach, and we noticed that you haven't been wearing, shorts. You've always been wearing sweatpants. And I just want to let you know that our uniform is those spandex shorts. Is there going to be a problem? And I was like, yeah, I can't wear shorts because I'm Muslim. And she's like, well, unfortunately, you won't be able to play on the team. And she's like, we really want you to, but I'm sorry, like, this is our rule. This is like the city rules. So I ran away crying to the car, and my sister picked me up. And I told her everything that happened. And she was like, they can't do that. And I was like, what do you mean they can't do that? She goes, that's racist. They can't do that. And she's like, God, you're such a crybaby. Leave it to me. I'll take care of it. So she made a few phone calls in the city and let them know the situation. And then, a couple phone calls later, somebody was on the team and wearing sweatpants.